Daniel and Emily Carter had waited their whole lives for this moment. After years of dreaming, saving, and planning, they were finally married and setting sail on the honeymoon of their dreams. Their families waved goodbye from the dock, never imagining it would be the last time they saw them. For 15 years, Daniel and Emily's loved ones lived with heartbreak, with silence, and with the unbearable weight of not knowing, until one day, divers uncovered something deep in the ocean that finally brought part of the truth to light. Daniel and Emily had been high school sweethearts. To everyone around them, they were the kind of couple that belonged in a storybook. After years of dating, they finally tied the knot in a small church ceremony surrounded by friends and family. The honeymoon was meant to be the grand finale, a week-long cruise that would take them from Miami to several Caribbean islands. Photos from the first day show them smiling on the ship's deck, their arms wrapped around each other, the sun setting behind them. But no one could have guessed those pictures would be the last anyone would ever see of them alive. On the third night of the cruise, everything changed. Witnesses reported seeing Emily at dinner with Daniel. They looked happy, chatting quietly, holding hands. Later, around midnight, another couple claimed they saw Daniel and Emily heading toward the upper deck. After that, nothing. When the ship docked the next morning, the couple was gone. Their cabin was eerily untouched, clothes neatly folded, passports still inside, no signs of a struggle, no notes, no farewell, just emptiness. Authorities searched the entire vessel, then the waters around it, but there were no answers. Some suspected they had fallen overboard, others whispered about foul play, an argument perhaps, or someone else on the ship with sinister intentions. But there was one detail that haunted investigators: Emily's wedding ring. Her sister claimed she never took it off, and yet, when the cabin was searched, the ring was missing. With no evidence, the case eventually went cold. Their families were left with nothing but questions and grief, clinging to the hope that one day the truth would surface. In 2019, a team of divers exploring a shipwreck off the coast of the Bahamas made a shocking discovery. The wreck belonged to a smaller vessel that had mysteriously sunk years earlier. While exploring its dark, rusting corridors, one diver's flashlight caught something unusual wedged between the metal beams: a suitcase. Inside, waterlogged but still intact, were clothes, photographs, and a small velvet box. When they opened it, they froze. It was Emily's wedding ring, her initials still engraved on the inside. The divers reported their findings, and soon investigators reopened the case. The wreck they found was not the cruise ship Daniel and Emily had been on, but a smaller boat believed to have been used for smuggling in the early 2000s. Inside the wreck, alongside the suitcase, investigators found human remains. DNA confirmed what no one wanted to believe: Daniel and Emily had been there all along. But the question was, how did they get onto that vessel? And why? One theory suggested the couple had been lured or kidnapped by crew members involved in illegal activities. Another theory claimed they had witnessed something they weren't supposed to see, something dangerous happening on the cruise, and were silenced to keep them quiet. But the most unsettling detail came from the recovered photographs. Several showed Emily and Daniel smiling, but in the background, a shadowy figure appeared in multiple shots. Someone investigators believe may have been following them throughout the trip. To this day, no one knows exactly what happened on that cruise, or how Daniel and Emily ended up on a smuggler's vessel at the bottom of the ocean. What we do know is that their story serves as a chilling reminder. Sometimes the happiest journeys can take the darkest turns. The ring, now preserved in evidence, remains the most haunting symbol of their love and their tragedy. Closing, the sea holds many secrets. And for Daniel and Emily, it took 15 long years for their truth to rise from the depths. But some questions remain unanswered, leaving their families and the rest of the world wondering what really happened that night on the honeymoon cruise.